Oke teman-teman, kembali lagi bersama saya Rinando Panjaitan di live streaming game in PC. Kita akan melanjutkan game Street Fighter 6 menggunakan Akuma ataupun karakter yang lainnya. Kita naikkan ke Platinum 2 dulu, baru ke Master ya kan. Oke, terima kasih yang sudah menonton dan selalu stay tune di Rinando Panjaitan. Arigatou gozaimasu. Ganbare yo Misatsu. Oke, kita ganti dulu apanya kan? Apanya nih? Nah ini, kita pakai yang rambut hitam putih aja ya. Custom, oke, customers challenge. Mana teh apanya? Oh ini. Random, oke.
Metro City downtown. Metro City downtown.
Stage-nya nggak bisa. Set the stage to use is in online match. Select or deselect back. Kita pakai di mana ya dulu ya? Di ular-ularin aja dulu. Oke. Kita tunggu penantang kita untuk menonton. Halo Bang Kamudin. Kenapa kemarin nggak main Bang? Iya Bang, ada urusan kerjaan gitu Bang. Jadi ditunda dulu, jangan sekarang mainnya Bang. Begitu. Oke Bang. Mantap jiwa, gaskeun. Oke, perangkat kita udah ada di awal. Jamie.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. They knew that throw was coming. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. They're really being worked over in the corner. Throws him down. Decides to buff up while they can. Takes a trip. Goes for the drive rush there. The jump in is deep down to the wire. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Smart choice to use that attack to do chip damage and get the KO to take the round.
Okay.
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Combo with the target combo. Uses the target combo as a filler. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. What'll happen here? Player 1 holding springs forward with a drive rush. Not drive rush to keep it going. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Big anime vibes with him.
He can show the line.
Player 2 might have just drive rush. Looking for a chance. Perfect execution with the anti-air.
Aduh, banyak kali tuh ya kan.
This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Sorry. Belum panas kayaknya nih.
T-shirt with that finish.
Gas.
Player 1
Lanjut lah.
Let's see if they can build
Okay.
themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Checks him with the projectile. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Strings it all together. Can't tech the throw. No more drive. KO.
오케이.
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Hits him with the
Alright.
Hits him with the
Kena lagu sekali dulu.
Good spot to use the super. No cookout complete without Imperium's end. They've got the meter for a drive impact. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What drive rush to keep it going? Looks like they both relied a lot on their drive balls. Experiencing burnout. Still scrapping for control of the space. Burnout activates. Knockdown and...
Ai, dapat lagi.
A clean KO. Nice meter away.
Wih,
No way,
KO
that
bah.
win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. This is the final round.
Nice, nice,
Expect
dia
to
nice.
see some fireworks. This is it. Who's gonna take? This is gonna hurt. Low heavy gets carried to the corner. The drive impact doesn't work. The low kick hits. Connects with the throw. Both getting it all on the drive right. Back to the corner. Are we gonna play impact? That's gonna leave him rattled. Flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters.
Oke. Aduh. Ya. Kita tunggulah siapa lagi yang akan menantang kita.
Here comes a new challenger.
Yo.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 1.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? The throw connects for counter hit damage. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Finds the time to squeeze in above. Knockdown. Player 2 with the life lead. Starts off zoning with fireballs. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Blocks the jump in. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. All right, what's coming up next? Sees it coming and blocks it out. Does a good job of pushing back. Misses the drive impact. Knockdown. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The attack is parried. Brings up the round, ending it with a powerful drive impact. Player 2
Power
on the
driver.
board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Shoots off a fireball up close. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive game. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Akuma going in. What'll happen here? They were expecting that. Springs forward with the drive rush. Goes air to air and takes their turn. Smart play with the throw. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. A quick breather. Will we see a drive in? Brushes that off and keeps going.
Terima Lin.
Full SA meter experiencing burnout. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Connects with Sip of Calamity. Kuma ain't tucking you in for bad, but you're going to sleep real fast. What now? Player 2 can't let this kid break through with the throw. Player 2 brings it home.
Ayo,
They can build
lagi.
themselves a streak. Right back into the
Wah.
rematch. We ain't even close to done.
Ih,
We're
kok
finally
bawah
ready
ya
to
gue?
begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. The attack is parried. Charges in with authority. Still slugging it out here. What's the play here? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Uses a drive parry against the attack. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Taking stock. Bops him with a target combo. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. All right, what's coming up next? Saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the throw. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Sees it coming and blocks it out. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Knockdown. Their fake springs forward with a drive rush. Uses the gauge for a super arm. No cookout complete without him carrying down. Will drive rush to keep it going. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this in there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws a fireball. Hits them with a stop and bomb. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle and whiff. They're wide open. Blocks it. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Throws them. Then forward rush. A parry? The low kick hits. Drive rush. Looking to follow. Breaks it. Carried to the corner. This may be bad news. With the punish counter out of the action. Puts a bit of stank on. Cashes out the cage right there. Shreds them with a critical arm.
Tahan lah.
Such a smart
Meledak.
Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. We see a drive him back here. Reversal. This is it. What are they gonna do? Both fighters are hurting. It is over. Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. Time for a drink. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Goes in on the impact for nothing. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Knock, drive, rush to keep it going. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Stops the attack by using a drive parry. Checks them with a projectile. The grab misses. Smart throw, that'll do more damage than usual. Springs forward with the drive rush. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Jumps, brushes that off and keeps going. Max SA gauges. Unbelievable. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 1 is not drive rush to keep it going. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. This is gonna be bad news. KO.
This is about the bad news.
Brings it home.
Oke, kita tunggu lagi siapa yang akan jadi penantang kita. Oke bang, ke.
Here comes a new challenger.
Ini ada penantang baru kita dari sudut perempuan, Changli.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checks with the projectile. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Sticks the combo. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position. KO.
Ya kali rupanya
Player
dia.
2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Follows up and tags on the lightning kick barrage. Rattles them with a
Iya.
spinning bird. Knockdown and hits them with a stopping bomb. Use burnout to set the tempo of the match to king. No cookout complete without a serious end. How can they steal this win in such a precarious situation? Looking for a chance. A drive impact could end it all here. Jump knocked them out of the air. Here comes the corner. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Are we gonna see a comeback here? What a finish!
Kenapa
Player
cuy?
2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? From up above. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Good parry there, and player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Sticks the combo. Drive rush. Gets in their face. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Slips the grab. Throws them to negate the block. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive leads. Follows up and tags on the lightning kick barrage. Takes a trip. The pressure is so intense here. KO.
Harus main cantik kita.
Picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Rattles them with a spinning bird. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 will need it's a good spot to use the super. Spans all 3 bars to give up one of life's hardest love towers. Take a sip. Knockdown and drive rush to keep it going. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time.
You want
Player 1
to
brings
fight
it
him? Let's
home.
go, man.
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Takahado. Let's off a projectile to waste time. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Trips him up. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. All right, what's coming up next? That drive impact doesn't get through. Taking stock. Can't tech the throw. Life lead opens up. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Throws out a projectile. Spinning bird kick. Player 2 will have to fight back here without any drive. Finishes with the throw.
Tunggu gua di bawah.
Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Reaches out with a lightning kick. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Oh wow, look at the damage that did. Fantastic work with that combo.
Huh?
What'll happen here? Peppers them with the lightning kicks. We have Super in there. This
Kenapa?
is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Takes them with, uses the gauge for a super arm. Big anime vibes with Imperium's end. Player 1 with the lead. Will they? That back row was huge. Player knocked them out of the air. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Clutch anti-air. Punish counter on reaction. Knocks off the tank and scores the win.
Kacau nih, kacau.
Player
Kalah gua.
2 was an absolute.
Oke. Gitu-gitu mulu ya? Nggak sampai 14.000 terus. Oke, tapi nih.
Here comes challenger.
AKI わかりましたなんでもない
It's time to see what both fighters have in
sampai
store for
mukul
us
dia
today.
sampai bonyok gitu matanya seluncur pasti di
All
bawah
right, first round.
Okay.
What's going to happen? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? They get the wall splat, and now the opponent is defenseless. There's a wall splat, which leaves them wide open. Knockdown. Difficult situation for a throw. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Side switch with the back throw, looking for a chance to gain the upper hand. Player 2 chases them down. No more drive gauge. Grabs them. Takes a trip. Throws them to negate the block. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 2 will look to apply pressure. Closes it with a classic corner throw.
classic combo
Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Demon Raid? Projectile to try and change the situation. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 has the life advantage. We have a super art on deck. Expect to see way more pressure here. Smart play springs forward with the drive rush. We have KO! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Hits the drive. Going on the offensive? This can lead to some big damage. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Giving him the warm and fuzzy with a period hit. Drive rush. This is a bad situation to be in. Okay, here we go. Lays down the purple stuff. Forward rush. What now? Noticeable life lead. Crowns them from above. We see an excellent block. And whiffs. They're wide open. They gotta find something to work with here. Knocked them out of the air. In with the crosser. Are you serious? That comeback was unreal. We just saw this fighter play out of their goddamn minds there. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Medium kick. There's the drive impact that's
Okay.
going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Scrapping it out up close.
ih
Player 1
Dapat, coy.
creates a good corner opportunity. Surprises them with a drive rush. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? What a clutch side kicks there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Player 2 needs to hold out. They're going for the super art? To come from the brink like that? What a comeback! Player
Pitor.
2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 chases them down. Hits them with a stop and bop. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Looking to impress with this
Pas.
super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. What'll happen here? Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 drive rush to keep it going. But doesn't let up and gets the stun. This round may be as good as over. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Player closes it with a classic corner throw. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Cross up block. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Alright. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Denied! Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Rushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 experiencing burnout. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Burnout activates. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something here. Crowns him from above. You've got to be mindful. Absolutely relentless. The throw connects. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive reach. Okay. No! Critical art now? Oh my god. What closes it out?
Hanya mau buat gara-gara itu
We're
gundul
going
lah.
into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the drops them. Opts to open up their defense with entrapment. Was hungry for the grab. Jump! What'll happen here? Throws them.
Terus coy.
Hitting it all on a drive rush. Drive rush. Taking chunks out of each other here. Okay, forward rush. Reversal. A projectile to say get off. Rushes in. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Ooh, what a smart throw. Rushes in. Player 2 grabs them. Oh, they switch instantly to some big damage. Dumps them. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that.
Oke, kita tunggu lagi siapa yang akan menantang. Oke. Siapa ini? Jengki.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. Jump in, finds the mark. Opts for the throw. Player 1 with the life lead. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Throws him. What's next? All right, what's coming up next? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Knockdown. Sticks the jump in. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Up top to close it. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Nice counter. Springs forward with the drive rush. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Going in? Burnout activates. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Smart play with the connects with the throw. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big here. Gotta do better than that. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? We see a hot, risky play, but it pays off. What a finish! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Just out of range for that throw. The jump-in is denied. Throw whips. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. Trips him up. Starts with a jump-in. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Big, low, reaching heavy. All right, what's coming up next? Next hit will end the round. Goes for the low-risk air-to-air. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 2 chases them down. Hits them with the fire. Strings it all together. Forward throw. Springs forward with the drive rush. Both drive rush to keep it going. Jump. There's a change of sides. Burnout activates. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Knockdown and they've got the low block. There, all the throw connects. A quick breather. Blocks the low kick. Player 2 pumps the brakes on the impact. Okay, he flatlines though. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters.
What's going on, baby? Oke, kita ganti dulu. Kita ganti pemain kita, bukan si Akume. Kita pakai si siapa? Aku siapa? Siapa ya? Terry atau Eto? Oke, nah dulu kita. Eto! Watashi no namae wa Kage Bunshi no wow. Versus ranked match. Oke, lawan kita siapa?
Here comes a new
Mason.
challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 1.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Blocks the jump in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Knockdown. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive curve there. Takes the round without getting touched. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Answers with a psycho uppercut. Springs forward with the drive rush. Smart play with the throw. Player 1 ends the meter, hoping for a good return. They got the meter for a drive impact. Hits them with a double heat. A quick breather. This is gonna hurt. Sneaks in the throw. That was a case of how a solid neutral game wins matches. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. All right. Drive rush. Gets in their face. All right, what's coming up next? Throws them. What's next? That's the jump in there we're looking for. Lands the forward throw. Burnout activates. Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter.
Round 2.
Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Box him with a target. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player 2 experiencing burnout. How's this round going to develop? Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Big baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. They've got the meter for a drive impact. There's a change of burnout activates. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something here. Long range fireball to break the slap. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Drive impact misses. Saw that coming. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Both fighters planning something? Connects with the throw. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Closes it out.
Pas sekali ultinya.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws him. What's next? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Goes for the throw. Knockdown. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Sticks the combo. Neither of them willing to back off. Takes the chance to hurt him. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Takes a
Males
grip,
pembobs.
gets him.
Yeah.
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 1 springs forward with the drive rush. Doesn't miss a beat. Player 1 can build off this lead. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Sneaks in above. Smart play with the throw. Going drive rush to keep it going. Charges
Aduh.
forward. Goes from in there.
Modern, I'm
This
out.
is the final round.
Iya bang,
Expect to
modern
see some
bang.
fireworks.
Wah sorry lah bang. Modernnya aku bisa bang.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Shadow Ride inbound. Player 2 couldn't even get a tickle. Might be time for a change. Max SA Gate. Oh, putting the cherry on top. First the reservations for the Cycle Chamber. That's an all-inclusive stage and comes in punching bag. Nice drive rush. Connects with the throw. Getting it all on the drive rush. Are we going to see a comeback here? Finds the target. We see a drive get back here. What's next? Crowns him from above. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Catching up a drive for that OD Psycho uppercut. They can't get hit here. A real test of nerves here. Totsugeki to the face. Put them on notice. That was a fight heard round the world. Yo, top that.
Oke. Kita tunggu lagi siapa penantang kita selanjutnya. Oke. Siapa ini? Oh, dia tidak melanjutkan pertandingannya. Oke bang, gas terus.
Here comes a new challenger.
Gengil. Ganti bajunya bang. Baju siapa nih bang? Baju si Ed-nya bang. Masih itu yang aku punya bang.
This is gonna
Ada
be a
sih,
five-star match.
tapi
Get
cuma
ready
ganti
for
warna
history
aja.
to be made. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a
ada apa?
damaging combo. Now they get pushed into the
Oh,
corner,
tangkap.
where it's going to be very difficult to escape.
Kenapa dia? Wah, sakit nih.
Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Decides to meet them in the air. Life lead opens up. Digs in deep to get that drive. Hits them with a 1-2-3. A drive impact to end it all here. Brings out the super art. How's it gonna work out for them? Player 1, they're going for the super art. Closing moments of the match. KO.
Ada putar-putar di
Takes
depanku.
the round like a thief
Mana
in the
bisa?
night. What else can they get away with? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? They can't keep track of these corner switches. Player 2 chases them down.
Ya,
Was hungry
dapat
for the
gitu ya.
grab. Both fighters OD Psycho uppercut puts them on the rope. Scrapping it out up close. Hits them with a stop and block. What'll happen here? Answers with a Psycho uppercut. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Not much life, target locked and scoop.
ลาวอะ
Will we see a drive impact? Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Not much movement, but the thinking caps a drive rush to keep it going. KO! Last round, people.
Mana
Both
pula
players
ini.
gotta go all in from this one. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Hustles in.
Terima Lin.
Show 'em what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Good work. Super. That's what we want to see. Player 2 can't let the throws them. Oh, betting it all on the drive rush. Causing nothing but air. This is what a finish. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that
Dia
rematch.
memilih untuk melanjut bertarung. Kita kasih lu pukulan maut.
First round
Tung.
begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Yes. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Throw misses. How will they take answers with a psycho uppercut? Neither of them willing to back off here. Jumps up, brushes that off and keeps going. Looking to
Kasih
plan
paham bang.
with the
Oke
power.
bang. Kita kasih paham dia.
Both fighters planning something?
Tapi ini awak pula yang dikasih paham bang.
Last round, people.
Okay.
Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. This is gonna be bad news.
Main gitu dia memang. Kacau
Player
ini.
1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Pack your bags. We're going to Siberia. Okay. Oh, yo. Rock super hit. Player 2.
Hancur kita.
Did they mean to do that? Over in a flash.
Sorry.
Player 1
Sorry, penonton.
is a force to be reckoned with.
Oke.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready.
Kok kena terus?
Player 1 has the life lead.
Ish.
Well-timed command throw there.
Mantap dia.
Combo with the target combo. All right.
Tapi
what's
nggak mau
coming up
kalah.
next? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or drive rush to keep it going? KO. Player
Kena.
1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Early round is the punish counter gives them a
Digeprek.
great opening here.
Iya.
They can.
Nah, digeprek kita
Both
terus.
sides have the super gauge max and Red brushes that off and keeps going.
Ini kita pukul dia jadi samsak nanti nih.
Uses the gauge for a super on. Spends all that gauge for a one-way trip to the chamber. And looking to deal some psycho damage here. Ooh, there that springs forward with the drive rush.
Kita kasih paham dia ini.
Will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Oh no, they're stunned. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Closes
Kita kasih
it with a
paham.
classic corner throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Hehehe.
Final round. Who will the fighting get? Hits them with a stop and pop. Looking to plant them with a pile driver. Player 1 can build off this lead. Drops them. Throws them. Close forward rush. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? Oh, the drive impact hit for a punish. Reach out and hug them. Yes, sir. More damage, please. Will this super art do anything?
Ais.
Hits him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round.
Kebetulan digeprek gini, digeprek.
Ooh, I dare you to find me a...
Kacau gitu, kacau. Oke, kita tunggu lagi. Kapan naiknya kalau gini-gini terus? Siapa nih?
Comes a new challenger.
Terry? Terry kayaknya, Terry. Bukan si Ken, si Terry. Iya.
Give me that
Betul
drama.
deh.
Give me that grime.
Give me
Are
the
y'all ready?
grime.
It's fight night time.
Oke.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? No go for the throw. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Throws them to negate the block. Lots of aggression from both sides. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Taking stock. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 2 digs in deep to get that drive. Gets him. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting this going on the offensive. Player 2 chases them down. Springs forward with the drive rush. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? They may be planning to hit them with a stopping block. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Max S engages, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score. Connects with the throw. Kill rush. The drive impact doesn't work. Hustles in, pumps the brakes on impact. Are we gonna see a comeback? Gotta do better than that. Utilize a super art. Closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Fires a power wave. Both fighters are raring to go. We're just getting started here. The drive impact doesn't work. Time to reassess the situation. Connects with medium kick. So, what's next? Ooh, what a smart throw. Both fighters. Player 2 can build. Oh, now that is a punish. What's next? Rushes in. Somehow throws them. Taking forward rush. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center. Sets up with the jump in. Dashes out the cage right there. Oh, sends him a personalized telegram with that frightening critical. Can they muster up the nerve to fight back and take this round? Grabs him. Do we see a drive impact here? What are they gonna do? Big and absolute beast. That was a fight heard around the world. Yo, top that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Baits out the low kick. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Rushes that off and keeps going.
Bisa kayak gitu.
Creates a good corner opportunity. The pressure continues as they can't escape the corner. They need to find a way out. Taking stock. Neither of them willing to back off. Sticks the combo. The jump in catches them. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Throw misses. Trying to lead each other here? Alright, what's coming up? Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night.
Kayak jangan
What
buru-buru.
else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Can't tech the throw. Risky up close going on the offensive. Hits them with a stopping block. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will bears the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Knockdown and throw throws him. Burnout. Let's set the tempo of the match to change. They were waiting for it. What's next? Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters.
Udah mantep tadi si Eto.
Terry. Mine. Here comes a new challenger.
Terminator lawan kipas-kipas.
This
Macam
is
mana
gonna be a
pula
five-star
ini?
match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Reads them. Neither of them willing to back off. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Jumps? Trying to read each other here? They don't need to go for anything big. Even a light tap could win this round. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. No escaping that. Player 1
Ya,
on the board
lepas
first with
gila.
the win.
Aduh.
They'll want to keep the pressure on. Nice block on the overhead. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Ryu Enbu lights him up. Throws him. What's next? Springs forward with the drive rush. Getting that extra juicer with Kagero no Mai. Drive punch to keep it going. Will we see a drive impact? Go, oh, burnout triggered. Making it chomp on a good wraps it up with a decisive combo. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Heavy punch sends him flying. Jump meets them air to air. Player 1 got smothered. But what now? Barry. Mediator. No, this will break him. Amazing. Player 2 is in a super arc to show him what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Player 2 with the rhythm. This is looking up big damage. Oh, looks like Mai's getting ready to go full anime. Ugh, take a seat.
Oh no, my.
Up and over.
They didn't take the throw. Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Jumps, grabs and throws him away. No, put that away. Neither of them willing to back off. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Jump in, finds the mark. Spends a little drive gauge here to go on the offensive. Player 2 is going to add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Limited resources at hand right now. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances.
Stay down.
Can't tech the throw, springs forward with the drive rush. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. KO. Player 2 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Immediate jump gets out of that jam with a perfect parry. Misses the drive impact. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 1 And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Goes for the jackhammer off the Cyclone Lariat, prioritizing the side switch over damage. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their driver burnout activates. Going in, player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Double Lariat and now looking to plan him with a pile driver. A real test of nerves here. Player 2, oh my god, they just chumped it up. It's too much. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Bullshit.
Who's going to steal this win? Reads the command grab. Boom goes the dynamite. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Drive rush to keep it going. Connects with the throw. There's the soup with the lariat. Getting up, reach out and hug him. What now? Did we see a drive impact here? Raw super hard incoming. Oh, looking
Weh,
for
udah
the
platinum nih.
definitive
Berarti
answer
cocoknya
this
sama
round
karakter apa?
with a level 3 super. Did not miss
Ada
that
3
chance
bang.
to take the round.
Terry, Akuma,
Player 1 is a
sama
force to be
Kenjo.
reckoned with. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Knocked him out of the air. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. All right. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Oh, whiffs the throw. Goes for the throw. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens up. Not shy with the grab. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive, getting that extra juice with Kagero no Mai. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Looking for a chance. Ooh, double KO. You don't see that every day. This is the final round. They gotta lay it all on the table right here. Goes in with the drive impact to start. Carry lighting up the skies with Kagero no Mai. And it is up, not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Jump, drive impact misses. What now? Both, how did they read that throw? Player 1, the throw connects. Throw, drive rush. Punish counter on reaction. Are we gonna see a cut? Oh, putting the cherry on top. Had it all planned out. Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that.
Oke, kita tunggu lagi siapa yang akan melawan kita.
Here comes a new
Gang
challenger.
begin, let's go. Wow, wow. Yo ho ho ho. Yo ho ho ho.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checks with the projectile. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. All right, throws him down. Still slugging it out here. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Takes a trip. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player 1 creates a drive rush to keep it going. Tries experiencing burnout. Looking to plan him with a pile driver. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive stage. They may need to spend some meter here in order to KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Smart play with the throw.
Bisa langsung didapat.
Dashes forward. Shoots off a fireball up close. The fighters can boom goes the dynamite. Looking for a chance. Double lariat and now? Will we see a drive rush to keep it going? quick breather. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Nice double lariat. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Good heads-up decision,
Hah?
opting for the dragon.
Apa pula tuh?
Wraps it up with a
Dia
decisive
duluan daripada awak.
Here's the final
Bisa
round.
pula awak yang
Real
kena.
fight starts now. Overhead, but it won't work. Jumps up. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. Springs forward with the drive rush. Connects with the throw. Both fighters planning something. Brushes that off and keeps going. Taking chunks out of each other here. Player one is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Crowns him from above. Reads the throw and escapes. What's next? Plenty of health, full gauges, let's go. Escapes the corner. Will this super art do anything? Super out of nowhere. The big brains of the competitor is on
Bisa pas
drill.
pula mau nangkep di ulti.
Executed.
Sudah gintan.
Player two
Lucu banget
gets
sih.
the win in a convincing fashion.
Oke.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Heavy punch sends him flying. Jumps in. Cool gain control of the match in the early going. What are they thinking here? Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Knockdown. Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Taking stock. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player one needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Each hit is so in there. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jumps, barely blocked, target locked, and scoop.
Bisa di counter hitnya ya.
Player two did a great job of leading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum?
Wih, parah nih.
Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over
Iya.
soon. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. No
Gila lah.
question whether this super art is
Lalap
going to
kena.
kill or not. No escaping that. Player two brings it home.
Match. Ken.
Kita pakai scan dulu.
Special match versus Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? Deal some damage with that quick combo. What's the play here? Parries the attack and... This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player one is almost dead, but some clutch drive gets him.
Ini dia masih
Player two
baca-baca.
picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Gundam lah
Everything up
garis
until
dia.
now and everything from here on out is so vital. Tenzin hits home. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They were right to be on
Nah,
guard.
mati kita.
Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. This is the final round. They gotta lay it all on the table right here. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Anti-air in the clutch. All the throw connects. Knockdown and brushes that off and keeps going. Digs in deep to get that drive in. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. They're taking a step back, just meets them air to air. How's this? Jinrai connects with the throw. Amazing. Aims for the shins. These guys are not giving each other any time to breathe. Did we see a drive impact here? Ooh, you never know. And whiffs! They're wide open. All the throw connects. Oh, here we go. Risky play, but it pays off. Oh, yo! Raw super here. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Ugh, I called it! I called it! We're just gonna go for it when they are done! Player 1 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have done that.
Waduh.
Goes up above. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. It's down to the wire.
Lalap teman kita coy.
Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Neither of them willing to back off. Decides to buff up while they can. Solid KO. Player 1
Go ke
sets the
Yuri.
tone with that win. Let's
Atau
see if they
memang
can
yang nggak
keep it up.
jelas.
Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Parries the projectile. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Shows a medium kick. Scrapping it out up close. Jumps in. Smart play with the throw. Goes low. Brushes that off and keeps going.
Iya dah buat satu le.
Goes up the fight. Ends the meter.
Hancur lawak
Hoping
nih.
for a good return. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Using the super can open up huge chances for you. Oh, burnout triggered. They're facing, they can't squander this punish counter kick. Opts for the critical arm. Come on now, let me hear you say it. They're gonna have to grind a daring impact to wrap up the round. Last round, people. Bone Fighters gotta go all in from this point. Nothing stops this train. Uses the target combo as a filler. Genius read with that throw escape. Looking for a chance. The low. Barely blocks the jump in. Expect to see some fancy stuff as we're near the end of the round. No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Bumps while they're blinking. Ugh, this is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. All the throw connects. What now? Fights back with authority. Any throw is knocked down. Here comes the mix-up. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? A jump in? How's this? Impact squashed. The Shikusen. A real test of nerves here. Medium kick into. They
Is.
are done.
Gak keluar dia.
Player 1.
Ah. Gimana kita kawan?
Match.
Terry lah, Terry. Advogado.
Here comes a new challenger.
Alex.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Turns up the heat and cooks them with the combo. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Decides to meet them in the air. The attack is parried. Sweet dreams. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. A drive impact to the KO! Player 1
Sama aja kita
hits up
digeprek,
the
Jess.
always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Gets the knees up! Brushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Crack the dome! So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Going in. Player 2. Oh, what's this? The
Wow,
punish counter
dia.
gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Decides to stop playing with their food and goes for the final
Submit.
person. Once Alice gets a hold of you, you're done. Knockdown and player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Grabs and throws them away. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Jumps in. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. What'll happen here? Player 2 has the oh, burnout triggered. And just goes for it at this range. Look at the audacity on display with that Buster Wolf. Drop the heel. What are they gonna do? What a read with that anti-air. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Kenapa ni? Ngelek. Aku min lah kita buat ah.
Akuma. Special match.
Yeah.
Here comes a new challenger.
Manon.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round one.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Stands firm and blocks the drive in. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Was looking for that jump attack. Projectile to try and change the situation. Holds out with the block. Trying to read each other here? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Jumps up. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Checks him with the projectile. Gets right in there. Still very drive rush to keep it going. All right, what? Burnout activates. But sliding in. There's a change of side. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge. How will they utilize this? Will we see a drive impact? Transverse. The hit throw connects. Player 2 is in a blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Adamant flame uses the gauge for a super arm. Big anime vibe with Imperium's edge. Player 2 flipping the script with that turnaround super. Straight to the point. Player 1 can't use any drive. Gotta play it turns out. Flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Open with a nothing stop.
Iya, kena.
Keeps them guessing with that feint. Excellent block. All the throw connects. Springs forward with a drive rush. Getting up, experiencing burnout. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Super! That throws that off. They're back to the there's the burnout. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. I hope you're not a lightweight because one sip this up is enough to ether you. I can't believe. Oh my God, Ross Super! Fires off a Hadouken. We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter that both fighters are burned out. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Are you serious? That comeback was unreal. We just saw this fighter play out of their goddamn mind there.
Ayo Manon.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Transverse. The hit throw connects. Misses the drive impact. Mono's metal level is still kind of low here. They're going to need to find some chances to boost it. Neither of them willing to back off. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away, which springs forward with the drive rush. All right. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2. Burnout activates. Going in? They need to rely on their instincts here. KO. Player 2
Saja
picks up the first round.
bernaik
That'll
tu
give
kan.
them a psychological advantage. Hits them with a stop and bop.
Alah.
Transverse. The hit throw connects. Will we see a drive impact? With quick drive rush to keep it going. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Connects with the transverse to boost their metal level. Player 1 is dominating this match. They were not clear for takeoff.
Kok naik pula ya kan?
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. If need, brushes that off and keeps going. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Transverse hit. Sends them tumbling. Oh, the power they do. It's gonna turn out some big damage. Part ballet, part judo, and all style. Did we see a drive impact here? Absolutely relentless. Connects with the throw. With that forward rush. Player 2 has the super gauge and drive rush. Oh my God, they just choked it up.
Selesai.
Player 2 tops off the tank and scores the win. That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight.
Nah, apa ya?
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Oh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Hits them with a stop and drop. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Gets the jump in. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 chases them down. Throws them to negate the block. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match plays out. Well-timed corner switch. Not shy with the grab. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Round verse, the hit throw connects. A quick breather, sends a little gauge for them and stops Kohago. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Uses the gauge for a super art. Oh, the power they do. It's gonna turn out some big damage. Part ballet, part judo, and all style. Player 1 is dominating this match. Oh, what's this? Flawless round. They got him so quick. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Demon Raid jumps in. Ooh, what a smart blow. Getting it all on the drive rush. Oh, Fete. Good kiss there. Snares him with a wrong percent. Both sides getting ready. All the throw connects. Their drive rush. Forward rush. This might be a pit. Swan Lake is on fire now. Look at the damage. Fires off the missile. I can't believe it. Player 1 is in a very good spot. They are done. Player 2 has got to be feeling good getting the win.
Kita tunggu siapa lawan kita selanjutnya. Ya.
Here comes a new challenger.
Aku.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this
I'm
one.
curious, sir. Let's do this.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Starts with a jump in. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. Gets the jump in. And the throw ends the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Adamant flame. Player 2 has a slight likelihood that they may sit on. Big throw. With drive rush to keep it going. What'll happen is springs forward with the drive rush. No cookout complete without Imperial Game. Wraps it up with a decisive combo.
Kok ngeri juga dia.
Player 2 proves to be the victor in that mirror match. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. Absorbs the attack and fires back. The combo's there. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. Trips him up. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. What's their game plan here at this critical? Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Each hit is so important here. Decides to meet them in the air. In there! Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Demon Raid? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up and brushes that off and keeps going? Digs in deep to get that drive in. Up the ditch, a good spot to use the super big anime vibe of Imperium's end. Will we see a drive impact? Oh, burnout triggered. A quick drive rush to keep it going. We have super arts on deck. There's still a perfect KO. They were in full control there. Player 1 gained a hard-fought victory there. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. The combo's there. The impact gets blocked. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Decides to go in with the target combo. Takes a trip. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Combo with the target combo. Can't tech the throw. Goes with the safe stuff with the looking to impress.
Wah,
This
gila dia.
super big anime vibe to the period.
Gila dia.
They've got the meter for a drive impact. Nice counter. Experiencing burnout. Big throws. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player one will look to apply pressure. Goes to the air. Oh, the throw connects. Amazing.
It's a little game for the Misatsuko.
The next touch may decide this round. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange.
Demon Raid now?
No way. That win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Crowns them from above.
Puts the exclamation point on.
Uses the gauge for a super arc.
I hope you're not a lightweight because one stiff mess up is enough to ether you. Slams the super.
Drive rush. This can lead to some big damage. Finds the target. Target combo into what's next? A jump? Solid anti-air.
Nothing stops this train.
Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Player one throws.
Take
Drive up.
it is over.
Player two has gotta
Wah.
be feeling.
Dikit lagi coy. Mana pula itu coy. Habis 1000 kita selesai ya.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Starts with a jumping. Lots of aggression from both sides. Knockdown. Player two chases him down. I can't keep track of these corner switches. And the throw ends the round. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Will we see a drive impact? Adamant flame. Both fighters planning something? Superb reactions on display. Back into the corner.
What setup do they have?
KO!
Malapak-lapak kita coy.
Player two.
Yang mana kita ni mau jadi 14.000 kalah terus.
Themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Checks with the projectile. Throws him down. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Goes for the throw. What's the play here? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Caught in the crossbar. Solid combo. Just goes for it to stop the opponent. Smart play to stop the KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Nails the anti-air.
Hits them with the fire.
Player one didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Will we see it
Getting that extra juice in there. Kagero no Mai.
Player one is in a pretty good situation with the meter. Hits them with a stopping block. Oh, burnout trigger.
Big anime vibe with Imperium Bang.
Good heads-up play going for that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Can't tech the throw. Player two with the life lead. Backs them into the corner. Knockdown. Decides to go in with the target combo. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Combo with the target combo. Both fighters are working with empty drive gauges, but I'm sure they want to make something happen. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. This is a critical point of the finishes with the throw. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Fantastic reactions there. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Stuck bends the meter, hoping for a good return.
Connects with Sip of Calamity. Kumo ain't tucking you in for bed, but you're going to sleep real fast.
What'll happen here?
Lighting up the skies with Covenant of Might.
Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Solid anti-air. All the throws connect. Player 1 takes flatline zone. Player 1 brings it home.
Versus special match.
Oke teman-teman, untuk malam ini kita sudahi dulu live streaming kita di Street Fighter 6. Terima kasih sudah menonton. Buat Bang Ahmad, Bang SpongeBob, Bang Andianto, Bang Ostrik TV, terima kasih sudah menonton juga dan sudah stay tune di channel Rinando Panjaitan. Sampai jumpa di besok hari. Tetap saling mendukung, semangat, dan arigatou gozaimasu. Ganbare ganbare yo. Miyasato.